The craziest story played out over 12 hours when country music star Luke Combs went from being villain to hero in no time. As fans were all set to push the cancel button on him, Luke Combs was quick to clear his stance before things escalated. But it does raise the question again, what role should cancel culture have in our society? You might have seen this TV interview that started it all.
I don't have money to pay my bills. I just want this resolved. I didn't mean any harm to Luke Combs.
And Twitter was about to set Luke Combs on fire just before he posted this video a few hours later.
And so we do have a company that goes after folks, only supposedly large corporations operating internationally that make millions and millions of dollars, making counterfeit t-shirts, things of that nature, running illegal businesses. And apparently this woman, Nicole, has somehow gotten wrapped into that. And that makes me absolutely sick to my stomach. So I was able to get Nicole's phone number. I spoke to her this morning. She told me that, she was absolutely shocked by this. I'm so apologetic. Talking to her, it makes me sick, honestly.
But by then, some had already passed their judgment. One Twitter user unfollowed Combs, and another was shocked at a rich celebrity suing a working-class, hospitalized single mother. Now, I am not blaming the news channel or the website for covering what would have appeared as facts at that point of time. I also understand how fans started reacting to the news. Humans are emotional and fans are super emotional, so this was also bound to happen. The problem lies with how quickly things escalate from 0 to 100. Without giving the person who has apparently done or said something wrong to share their side of the story. Social media has fast-tracked the whole process of judging someone's actions. Before we had Twitter and Facebook and TikTok, an incident would take time to play out. Journalists would dig deeper. Both sides of the stories would be heard. As information trickled down slowly and opinions were shared only in closed circles to begin with, a public judgment on an issue would take more time to form. Now things have changed. News travels at the speed of light, and public opinion spreads like a wildfire. News publishers and journalists are designed to prioritize speed over depth. If one news channel or website doesn't break the story now, then someone else will do it 10 minutes later, and that's what gets the snowball rolling. It was a matter of minutes before one article turned into this tweet. The Luke Combs lawsuit situation was more straightforward for the singer to nip it in the bud. Someone was sued, money was involved. Combs stepped in to make sure the lawsuit is dropped, and he went ahead to also help out the woman financially. But what happens when the situation is a little more complex? Imagine what would have happened if the woman was of a different ethnicity, or when someone is young, a little drunk, and a little foolish, says something he shouldn't have. Something any one of us could have done. I am not defending the actions, but to be shunned by a section of fans and music community years after multiple apologies is harsh. Or when some other journalist targets a singer by taking some song lyrics out of context and deliberately paints it in a different color. Yes, that happened to Toby Keith for his song, Beer for My Horses. There's a link to the full story at the end of this video. Again, the problem is not about a person who tweeted or a journalist who tried to break the story before others. Like it or not, that's the world we live in now. What's important is that we don't let our first impression be the last impression. And we go back and either edit or delete the tweet or article that was first published. And don't let our ego come in the way of a deserved apology. Thankfully, this particular situation ended well for both Luke Combs and Nicol Harness. Link to the Toby Keith story I talked about earlier on the left. Thanks for watching.